Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Check,
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
A quick throw here out to Brown. John Brown. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
And the Rams, first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
He goes to the 180. And what's that? And what's the ball?
And Woods has it complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 45-yard line.
180.
Watch the pass.
A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. He gets it to Gurley. Complete. And some room to run now. A good pickup. 17 yards and also a Rams first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they look at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Shit. You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Value 3. Value 3.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That'll bring up fourth down after back-to-back-to-back 3-yard pickups.
It's now fourth down and 1.
So they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. Here we go. It's Gurley. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down.
First and 10 at the 20.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Check. Hold on. Check. Play.
They'll try the air now with Goff. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And down inside the 15 he goes. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. We think back to the Super Bowl against New England. The Rams never even got into the red zone in that game. And now here they are in the red zone on their opening drive with a first down. Goff in the offense with a first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Super one. Check hot route.
From the red zone now, Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he is all the way up past the 25. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Allen now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's first and 10. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the Rams' 29-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Let's go.
10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll look to run with Singletary. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Again, it'll be Singletary. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Devin Singletary hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and you mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Back to you.
Ric Flair.
Now gone. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
218, chop.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
They run. It's Gurley. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Looking to throw on second down. Goff. He gets it to Cooks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Rams nothing.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Tighten up.
From the gun, here's Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
And less than a yard.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They're running with Gurley. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you pointed out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration. And he decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down, Buffalo.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Let's make these babies cry. Alert! Let's make these babies cry. Let's go.
On 2nd down now. Bernard. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mike, 58, right there. Blue there, blue there. That's it.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Open man is Bourne. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Gerald Everett is tied in, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Four down.
To throw is Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, kill. Super.
Play action. It's Goff. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Telvin Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Ric Flair.
58's the mic. Bring it. Bring it. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic. Here we go.
6'6", pull it high.
Sponge. No.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They will run with Singletary. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. On 2nd and 12, Allen. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a 1st down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Allen now looks to throw. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
So from outside the red zone now after the sack, a long 3rd and goal. Allen going to throw. On the screen, Bernard. And some space here. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Back to throw. Gone. And that's complete to Cooks. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Isaiah McKenzie is back deep for the Bills. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And all the way down to the 29. Allen got the connection here to Bourne. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. Now Allen, and that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Kendrick Bourne, his 9th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
Mike 49. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Look, 180.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end Everett. A big play on the catch and run covering 34 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Now looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Now it's Gurley.
You ain't going nowhere.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. And it's complete. He's got him in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Gerald Everett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Allen now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Giovanni Bernard. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
The score, Bills 38, Rams 7.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go. 26-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
Hut, 120.
49's the mic.
Right.
Under crush.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will take over at their own 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time
positive.
we have to leave the booth.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run it here with Bernard. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now T.J. Yeldon. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end.
On the toss, Bernard. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with the lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They keep it with Yeldon on 1st down. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's
Now Bernard. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And able to find John Brown. Now Brown, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
Another carry now for Gurley. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Rams on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better. than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Army.
56.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside.
Check.
On second down, Bernard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Check. 65.
On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down convert into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D-linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
2nd and goal at the Bills' 8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down. Check.
Tight dog. First ball.
3, check 3.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now Gurley. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Here's Gurley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Well, kick by Crosby is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Yeldon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Check 319. Get that quarterback. Stop. Get that.
On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And it's 3rd down.
Check 180.
On 3rd down, Yeldon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Bills send the punter out. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. This is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't they?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one isn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on. So for the Bills, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for L.A., this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again.